Hi guys, my name's Steve Garrett, otherwise known as Camazar on the Versus Realms forum and other internet sites, and here I am back with another edition of the Watchtower at last. This is episode 11 and you have no idea the problems I've had trying to get something out. It's been ridiculously difficult. It's all stemmed since Christmas. I've had so many problems getting this what's supposed to be a weekly video blog out. Since I upgraded my PC to Vista, nothing worked on Vista. Vista just hates on everything. So I was struggling with that, and then finally I managed to get everything on the laptop with XP and got everything, and finally managed to get all my old formatted files and got it all up there. And a couple of weeks ago I managed to get episode 11 recorded and got part 1 uploaded to YouTube. Then everything blew up and all the files corrupted, and it's just complete and utter nightmare. So I'm really sorry for those of you who have been waiting. Really sorry it's been a long time, but I'm back now. If you're still interested, I'm going to still try and get this out as regularly as I can. And I apologise for the absence for those of you who care. For those of you who don't, well, you've not lost any sleepless nights, have you? So anyway, let's get straight into things and let's talk about what's been happening recently. Well, since we've last spoken, a huge amount has happened to me. You'll all know by now that versussystem.com has changed tack and is now a one-a-week show with Ryan Fike. I'm not sure it's Fike or Fikey. Ryan, please correct me if my pronunciation is off. But he's the man, the voice now of versussystem.com. He does a weekly article, Rallying Cry, which is basically a summation of all the community activity. So we've seen the first one went up on the 12th of March, so the next one should be out on the 19th. I'm looking forward to the next one. First one was superb and really focuses on the blog culture that's developing within Versus. It's going to be interesting to see how the series goes. There was quite a bit of uproar about the move, and I have to say, yeah, I was disappointed. Well, of course I was disappointed. I'm going to totally level with you guys now. Yes, the writers for versussystem.com got paid, so that's obviously a bonus. But in all honesty, I think I would still have done it for free. It would have been hard to get a weekly article out with no kind of reward, shall we say, because you guys, you really have no idea. Those of you who don't write articles on a regular basis have no idea. You know, knocking out one article now and then is okay. You know, pretty much anyone can do that as long as they can spell and string a sentence together. But when you're regularly trying to knock out, 2,500 plus words every single week on original content, then you've really got a job on your hands. Plus all the time that goes into making it right in the first place, and into getting the ideas, testing the decks, playing the games. There's a hell of a lot of time eaten out of people's lives, and I don't think anyone really appreciates that unless you do it. I think Michael Barnes and Miguel Rodriguez had to drop down on their commitment towards the end. But yeah, I was disappointed. I was really gutted when I got the email from Toby, the managing editor, the guy in charge of online media content for Upper Deck. I was really disappointed because I loved the job, really loved the job. It would have been almost 2 years I've been doing that job, and I loved every second of it. So yes, I was disappointed. The money side of things, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, it wasn't a lot, especially when you consider the weak dollar to the pound. You guys need to govern your economy better. You're dragging us down. No, in all seriousness, when I get paid, I get sent a check in dollars, and when you get the conversion rate and then the fees that my bank charged me for converting the check into pounds, I came away with, not a lot. I could buy a couple of packs. Well, a bit more than a couple of packs, but I could buy a couple of packs with it. So, it was nice, but that's not why I did it. I'm not complaining about the money. Please don't mistake, this for that. I'm not complaining about the money, but I'm trying to say that I didn't do it for the money. I did it because I love doing it, and I'm really going to miss doing it. Although there is some hope in that we may see rotational fortnightly articles based on strategy of the game. Now, I believe there's 3 of us that have put our name forward. There may be more since I last heard, but 3 of the existing writers for versussystem.com we've put our name forward and said yes, we would like to do it. We're not going to get paid for it, but I know I want to do it because I love to do it. So that's my thoughts on versussystem.com. I can't think of anyone better than Ryan to do that type of article, the rallying cry article. I mean, love him or hate him, he's 110% community, and that's what that series is about. It's not about busted combos, it's about versus in the community. It's about how people are dealing with the evolution of versus, not just in the game itself, but as a culture, because versus is a culture. It's a culture unto itself, and it is growing all the time in that way. We may not see stellar sales, but we have seen amazing evolution in the nature of the game, and that's something I really like. So those are my thoughts on versussystem.com. As for Versus Realms, there was a huge uproar, and everyone was saying, "Oh, why don't people write for versusrealms.com? Blah 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 blah." And Shane, the admin, Fatal Sin Key, put out the call and said, "If you want to write, come see us, and you can write." And I've not actually seen anyone put anything out yet. I have, and I will continue to put my Last Man Standing articles out. I'm slowing down on those at the minute because of I've not got that much play time at the minute, especially with my friend Rich, who I do the articles with, who I play the games with to do the articles. I don't have an awful lot of play time at the minute, so they're slowing down. I'm not going to be able to knock those out every single week, but I am going to complete the course. So I'd like to see other people write and get things submitted on Versus Realms. As for the whole blog culture, it's a really interesting move. It's a really interesting shift in how we perceive and express ourselves in Versus. I set up the Versus network, which I can't even remember the address, vsnetwork.top-site.list.com or something like whatever. It's in my SIG and it's on my website, but basically it's a list of all Versus blogs, people who want to register on there. Get your name on the list, and your blog will be listed up there. There's about 40 odd blogs up there at the minute, so people can go along and just peruse through the blogs and read them, vote on them. So please go ahead and do that, because we really want to embrace this new wave of Versus expression. So that's my thoughts on the state of that at the moment. We're going to break now and come back in part 2. Alright, cheers guys.